Infant loss taught me to be open about healing modalities and just have an open mind, an open heart about what might actually help me. When I moved to Miami, I started doing yoga, meditation, cacao ceremony, human connection events. I went to a women's circle. I did all these different things. And in my mind, I was like, I'm in Miami. I'm going to be a cute, yoga girl. I got rollerblades. I was doing that whole thing just because I literally thought it would be fun. I did not think that yoga and meditation would help with my healing journey. And it was only when I was doing the yoga poses that I would cry. In the middle of the class, there's 30 people. I was just the one in the middle crying my eyes out. Or in meditation, everybody else is sat nice and zen. And I would literally be fighting tears, trying to keep my eyes open because I didn't want to feel, I didn't want to cry, I didn't understand what was going on. And it was only when I did my yoga teacher training a couple of years later that I realised that the yoga and the meditation and all these different things are actually ways to release trauma and to help with your healing journey. So I think, had I known that in the beginning, I would have done that months beforehand. It wouldn't have been a shock of oh my God, why am I crying in yoga? I would have just known. So that's kind of a message I want to spread, is to be open to different healing modalities. And I think it's different for other people. I've tried therapy a couple of times. It didn't work for me. I'm actually seeing a therapist at the moment and she is fantastic. We've not started talking about the infant loss yet, but I think when we do, I think that's going to be incredible. So I used to say therapy wasn't for me. I think I just hadn't found the right person, and now I have. I think therapy is going to be fantastic. Again, journaling. I always said journaling wasn't for me, but since I've found this therapist and I feel safe enough to write my thoughts down and share that with her, journaling is really helping me as well. So it's interesting how things can change as well when, a couple of years something doesn't work, and then a couple of years later, those things are actually working more than the things that helped previously. I think the other thing is that people heal in different ways. So like I said, I always said that therapy and journaling didn't help me, and what helped me was yoga, meditation and sound baths in particular. But maybe for you it's going to be tapping, maybe for you it's going to be time in nature, maybe it's going to be women's circles where we're collectively talking about things, maybe it's peer support, maybe it's therapy, maybe it's one-on-one peer support, maybe it's Reiki, maybe it's massage. There's so many different ways that people can heal, and I think trying lots of different ways and keeping your mind open to different options is a really great way to figure out what works for you. Because had I not moved to Miami and wanted to be a cute Miami girl with my rollerblades and do that whole thing, I wouldn't have started doing yoga and started processing the trauma and releasing the trauma and then done the yoga teacher training and learned about all of that. So I think just be open to different healing modalities.